why bother doing an intro? This is BeamNG Drive. I'm here to show you why you should get this game. It is a very good game. It is a soft body car physics game. And it's a very good simulation of the game. I have some mods installed, but I'm going to try and not use the mods. Now normally the game runs pretty good. It's just that when you install a ton of mods, they tend not to work so good. So let's just grab, not that. Just grab the standard truck. This is normally what you spawn in with. Now a lot of these things are mods, but they are fairly good. So this is BeamNG Drive. I got this one off of Steam. It's a car physics game. And the soft body part of it, let me tell you, now there is another cool feature about this. Once I get to the end of this track, almost about wall, I'll show you. Okay, ready? It's got slow motion. So you can see how it works. Now this is as slow as it'll go. Look at that. It's a beauty. And look at that. So, one of the cool things about this game is the availability of mods. Now, one of the new updates with this was automation. So, it takes some time for things to spawn in because it's loading a bunch of stuff. But this, look at this. It's beautiful. Now I'm not sure if the audio is coming out because I can't hear anything because I'm playing stuff through my headset and it's not really connected to there. So I'm not sure if this is really gonna work. Oh, there it is. But this is the Aston Martin mod for it. It just boy, does this game look beautiful. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I have to do is mods, like a lot of things you see here are mods. But the mods generally work pretty good with the game. Some of the mods really don't like the game, like they don't work well with it. Like for the longest time, I thought this wasn't a mod, and then I realized it's a mod. He's got all this stuff with it, and it's all unique stuff. And it has a unique sound to it, but it's a very nice mod for the game. And sometimes you won't even tell that it's a mod. And they of course have interior cameras. And if you want to, you can sort of drift. I have keyboard, so I can't really drift all that well. But you know, it's a pretty good mod. But the BeamNG 5 in itself is less about how things look and more about how things crash. Now these cars have very unique systems, and they have spawn in just a regular truck. I'm going to show you what this game's really good for. What this game is really good at. Customization. So you have the vehicle customization parts. once it loads up. But yeah, no, because of my because of me modding the game, it doesn't really run so good. But it could run a lot better, but meh. And I see the stuff on there now is the modded stuff. But I can throw on this. If you have a 4.5 liter V8 engine, you have a i6 V8 Cummins engine. Those are the ones that are, you know, the ones. These are the modded ones. Oh, I forgot that these are diesel engines, so they need diesel fuel. So I'm just gonna stick the regular V8 engine on. But you can get cars very fast up here. You can get a bunch of good stuff in here. You can do nice stuff with the game. Very nice stuff. Oh, I can't do that with that at all. And you can mod the game to where you have cars flying. And you can have Formula 1 race cars. There's not really much to it, besides the crashing bits. So I'm going to load up another map that emphasizes crashing. And this is a standard map. This is one that's not modded, so there's going to be no issues with it whatsoever. I'm just going to throw cars off cliffs so that you can watch and see the collisions. So you can see everything else. And it's cheap. I believe it was like, I can't remember how much it was. But it's a great game. I do recommend it. You may have trouble with it with slower computers. Like older computers, you may have trouble with it, but I have a gaming PC, I have a gaming laptop, and all I have is a dual-core processor. So, I mean, it works pretty good. Sometimes you get little bugs. But here is some of the crashing. Now, the next video I do, I forgot to switch my microphone over, but I'll automatically switch my microphone over after I'm done recording this. Because I will do some more Steam games that I have for review. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, no, the people in the back are dead. But this is very extreme circumstances. I don't think of. Like, this is, I believe it's based off of the sunburst, because my brother had one, and he almost flipped it. Things happen. Now let's do a good old favorite, the Granville Grand Marshal. This is basically based off of a Grand Marquis, Mercury Grand Marquis. It's a pretty nice looking car. Let's hook it off the cliff. Although it could be a Ford Crown Vic, for all I know. Because, you know, my specialty is guns, not cars. I mean, I know stuff about cars, but I'm not that good about cars. That's not good. Yeah, no, that car ain't gonna run any longer. I mean, it was surprising that the engine was still working, because most of the time I throw cars off cliffs, they break their engines pretty much immediately. So let's do a sedan. Or not sedan, an SUV. Now, the Gravel Roamer, the SUV in this game, does not have many variety with it. It's kind of bland and boring and tasteless. But, you know, such is life. And I think the developers see this, which I highly doubt they do. Please add some more to the gravel roller. Because it's a very fun and very calming thing to watch, except if you're very paranoid about car crashes. Then I wouldn't recommend playing this game for very obvious reasons. Yeah, that should buff up. But one of this game's strong points is the physics behind it, because it's not always 100% sound, but then again, nothing really is. And the mods that are like good mods, they are very precise. They're very much, well, this is a mod. Even though it has gravel in the name, which is a thing in the game, it's just a mod. I mean, I wouldn't really know it. It's not really crashing all that well, but I mean, the mod community is very spectacular and very active. Lots of new mods coming out, and I mean, now they're going towards automation to make this stuff like that, but the mod service for this game's great. Sometimes the mods aren't physically sound all the time. Like, this just sounds like tin roofing. I think it needs some blinker fluid. Okay, so next up, little for the cliff throwing. I'm gonna keep on throwing cars off the cliff until I reach a certain time limit. They might do something else, actually. We'll see if this will get off the ground. So, this is another weird thing that happens in the game. They do add, like, guns onto certain cars, but they don't work 100% of the time. It's kind of weird. Like, if you want something because has a gun on it, like this thing, I wouldn't get it because of the gun, I'd get it because the mod works great. But that's, you know, just me. Because I'm not sure which way it's going. Oh. I'm not sure if we're gonna lift off or I'm gonna have problems. Oh, I have problems. Okay, I'm gonna have to restart this. Yeah, but this is a very cool mod. It's a flying car mod, which is, I mean, it's very cool in of itself, because, you know, planes aren't really in the game. There's mods for like the B-25 Mitchell and the ME-262, I believe. But, you know, those are kind of fun. I mean, stuff like this is fun. Just flying around, doing whatnot, pretending you're an A-10 Warthog. And then sequentially getting a new nose job. bro. But will he stick the landing? No, he will not. Okay. So that is kind of just the game. I'm gonna let it run for a little bit longer and just show you some of the stuff. Actually, I'm gonna show you another quick thing that you can do. This will involve a mod, but it's something very cool that I found in this game. It's about racing. So, you can race in this game, and there are scenarios in the game. I'm not going to play them because I'm bad at scenarios. I'm only good at crashing and breaking things, as you'll probably see me racing. I'll do a simple car, and then I'll do a track car, and then I'll do the Formula 1 race car. In fact, I've got one car in mind. I've got a couple cars in mind that I'll do, just to show you how bad I am at racing. And if you watch the bottom left corner during the loading screens, you'll see some weird stuff like pouring water, teaching AI, building roads. It's some pretty funny stuff that you'll see every now and again. So, just to show you the racing aspect of the game. And there is like demolition derby setup stuff they can do, but the AI isn't particularly good set up for that. So I really wouldn't try it. So this is just me doing racing, because everyone knows I'm good at racing. Actually, I'm gonna get the Dukes of Hazzard car. It's not really the Dukes of Hazzard car, but it's mostly the same car. I'll just get the Daytona Tractor car. Now this is just to show off the racing aspect of the game, because the racing aspect is pretty good. And you know, you always do have the first person aspects of the game, which are stunning. They are gorgeous. Well, depending on the mod, and whether or not it's actually a mod or something. Oversteer. Can I still drive? No. I busted up my front wheel. So, and there's a cinematic camera mode, but I wouldn't really recommend it because you can't really see what you're doing. So next up, we're going to the track version of this. Now, this is the stock car in the game. So, you know, just be wary of that. Some of the stuff that you'll see in this game that I'm putting out are mods. And if you look up BeamNG Drive mods, it's the forum. I believe if you go to BeamNG Drive forum, you'll see that there's mods. And then you can download the mods from there. I wouldn't trust any of the websites that aren't the actual BeamNG Drive website itself, because you know, you might have bad experiences with that because they're not the actual mods. They're checked from the forums and stuff like that. But if you watch like Jacksepticeye, he did some BeamNG Drive. Most of the mods that he did on there are still available for hold on, I'm gonna pause this real quick. I gotta plug in my fan. That's my laptop over here. Some of the mods that he did are still available on the website, and I mean they might not work for the game, but you know, it's perfect. And also, this is a great thing to learn if you want to learn about driving, because it's very realistic in how the driving works. Sometimes, like oversteering, how much a problem that is, especially if you're using a keyboard. Yeah, that didn't go well. I made it farther, but on oversteering and understeering in mods, they definitely would check out the mod forum, because there's like 1,000 mods on there, maybe even 10,000 mods. And a mod that I would definitely get up are the ones that are like by like the Formula 1 race car mod, because this one, I mean, it's loud. 5000. Because sometimes your car like freezing position, and oh, some of the big rigs in this game, because there is actual semi-trucks in this game, and this is this stock semi-truck is just the T series, and this is going to be a modded version of it. I'm not linking any mods I haven't installed because I have like 40 mods installed. But hold on, I'll give you a guy who does really good mods. So if you search up on the mod forum, if it loads, it's once it loads, it's AR162B. He does pretty good mods. If you see this, that means it's just loading. Don't be alarmed. It'll go away eventually. Sometimes it takes forever. But it can go away. Oh, let's take forever. There it goes. Okay. Okay, hold on just a sec. Yeah, sometimes that happens where stuff gets spawned in weird. This is a big rig. And it is slow, but it is potent. And once this thing gets moving, it does not want to stop moving. If it'll get moving. Now one of the fun things to do is I set up like the AI in a small little dinky car, and then I have them try and chase me, and I'm in a big rig, and they can't do a single thing. It's hilarious. It's also pretty good for teaching you about why semi-trucks take such right turns, if you don't already know about that. And it's very good teaching you why. And I mean, it can teach you how to drive, but you know, it's not going to teach you the rules of the road. Like, you know, of course, in America, drive on the right side of the road, and I don't know what other countries' laws are. And sorry if I don't even think I have any viewers outside of my friends. Well, I have 36 views on one of my videos, which is astounding. Very happy about that. And, I mean, I have Arma 3, just cause 2, a couple other games. I have Subnautica. I don't know what other games I have, but I have a lot of games. And, I'm going to be doing more stuff on them. More Steam games now. I'm not going to be doing a lot of Phantom Forces and Roblox videos. And most definitely I will not be doing any more of my painted guns. Oops. Because some of them now just look too realistic to even show on the internet, because honestly it's a bad idea painting guns. For one reason and one reason only: you're gonna get shot. It's a very high likely chance that, you know, with me, I have to paint outside because my spray paint is very pointy. So I was walking home, because I was walking into the house, and a cop could have just walked by and seen me carrying it looked like a real gun, and he could have shot me. I could have been arrested. Things could have gotten real bad. So I've stopped doing that. That's why you don't drive fast around the corner, etc. But that's why I'm stopping doing the stuff, because, well, it's very dangerous. And I prefer shooting real guns. I recently shot a Peacemaker, which is a very old gun, but I shot a replica of it, so it was very fun. And you know, just this and that. This game is very great. It's very fun. It's very minimalistic in graphics. It's like if you expect like top-notch graphics like Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, Call of Duty, you know, the good graphics, you are sorely mistaken. But that does not mean the interior of the car look better. That does not mean that the interiors of the cars look bad. It just means that graphically it could be a lot better, but it also could be a heck of a lot worse. I'm going to try and find an old car for you just to show you how good the interior is, and how good the graphics are, and how good the engine modelings are. So let's go ahead and grab just a dumb old car. Let's go ahead and grab this one. And this is a very old car. And as you can see, it's a very stylish interior. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and switch to outer mode, and I'm going to go ahead and pop the hood off. Basically, well, you can't actually look under the hood unless you rip the hood off, or you just take the body off. Which, don't know why you can do, but I guess you can do. And then, as you can see basically all of the things of this car. And because it weighs so little now, it has such a hard time with not spinning out. And the T series is even bigger and meaner looking. If it'll load down there, because the T series is trucks. It's semi trucks. So it's you know, they're big engines. But unless you actually like stand by a semi truck, you never realize. I'm 5 foot tall, and I can't even get up to the window. I can't even. My head's not even level with that. My head's not even level with the grill. So you know, that's fun. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna remove the cab. I have a pop-up that just popped up on my laptop for Malabites. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I hope not, because it's gonna make it look a lot worse. So this is gonna be the end of the recording. Sorry for you had to hear that loud beeping sound. That was my timer. And you can see how massive that engine is. I mean, just look at that. It's a massive engine, and it can pull a massive amount of weight. And it's just overall a big engine. And this is overall a big truck. Like, you really don't know how big it is until you actually see one and get up close to one. Because these things are massive. Like, they're not gigantic, but they're big. Enough to make you... And once you realize how strong, durable these things are, like that. I don't know how fast we're going because I can't see it. Hopefully you could. But normally that speed of an impact would cause some serious harm. But like if you got rammed or T-boned by a semi-truck, you're not doing so good. I'm sorry, but the semi-truck is going to pull you along in this direction. Because you're in a little dinky car and this is like a, I think 20-ton semi-truck. I forget how much it weighs. Because I know certain tanks are like 50-ton. I'm not thinking this truck is 20-ton. Could be wrong. It's close to 20-ton. 17-ton. Which is still. And then you've got the trailer, too. Now, this does not state how much it is. So I don't know how heavy it is. I'll probably never know. Unless maybe I can just... I'm doing this just because... which is, you know, one of the games I'm probably going to do next. But, like, if you want to find out how heavy the car is, no, the nuke is not actually in the game. Oh, that's stage 5. Oh, now I know what it is. Okay, so, but, if you really wanted to find out, like, yeah, I guess I couldn't do it. If you really want to find out, like, how heavy something is, you can just spawn in one of these. Of course, since we're on a map, I have to position this. I have to move that a tad bit further. Oop. Oh, these things are... Oh. Oh, those are those. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to get that on there. I will have to do some magic. Or, could just spawn it right up here. And then it's going to be like commute down, but, I mean, I am not sponsored with this by any way. I have nowhere near footprint. I'm not even sure the people who make this game even know I exist. I'm pretty sure that hardly anyone knows I exist on the internet, because tons of people know I exist. Around my community, they know I exist, but probably hardly anyone knows I exist on the internet. Hopefully those 36 views weren't someone just spamming, like, you know, exiting out of the video and then going back into the video. Because I remember I did that once for a friend. Just because I liked him. I hope those views are actually genuine. Now, of course, I could install some sort of view bot or something like that, but that's ingenuine. I feel bad. Okay, so... well, this is about 20 tons. That's about 10 tons, so this is about 3 tons of mass. keep in mind, the trailer's empty. So, you know, when these things get up to highway speeds, and they collide into your little dinky car, you ain't gonna survive. Not by a long shot. Why bother? This has been Why Bother on BeamNG Drive, as you can see on the side of the container. If you really like soft body physics car games, where you can, let's say, find the correct point, you can, in a sense, pick up a semi-truck. You can pick up 20 tons. But this is just my opinion. I personally would recommend the game, and it's very fun. This has been Why Bother? Why bother doing an outro? See you in the next one, which will possibly be Just Cause 3. I hope you liked the video at least. If not,